I think that the magic of that night sort of translated onto screen, and it was really special. So yeah, your favorite scene is my favorite scene too. I loved how it ended. I loved how it turned out, and I also loved just making it that night.
I sent you to the royal wedding with simple instructions. Don't cause an international incident.
How's it going?
I want to start with the process and experience of going from the book to the screen and this being your first film. I feel like you completely understood the novel. You knew what to keep, what to change, what to adapt. But how did you manage to write a script in a way that makes this film work on its own without losing the essence of the book?
Well, because as you know, I am a writer, and the writers right now are on strike. I am not going to talk about my work as a writer on the film, but
It's
what
okay.
what I can do is talk about my work as the director of the film. And as
Exactly.
the director of the film, it was the most important thing was to capture Alex and Henry's story. Like that
Yes.
was, if you're going to take a 500-page book and condense it down into 2 hours, you have to make sure that you really get to the heart of what the story is about. And for me, the heart of the story was always Alex and Henry and their journey together. And so uh, everything for me was about them. And what I basically saw the book as this wonderful sort of repository of information about the characters, and the things that I knew I needed, I put in, and the things that I didn't need, I did not put into the movie. It became clear once I did that what was necessary and what was not.
Speaking of Henry and Alex, we love queer representation on screen, and we could tell the actors had great chemistry, but you, as a director, how did you manage to get this accurately painful and beautiful moments and emotions on screen? Because in the book and in the movie, we see two young men in love that they have to hide it, and then going into damage control, and then coming up publicly. Like, how did you manage to put these emotions and situations on screen in a beautiful way?
Honestly, I cast the right actors. I found two actors who understood the characters and understood what those characters were going through. I really I just got incredibly lucky in that I had two people who I could put these characters in their hands, and I knew and I trusted that they would be okay. So uh, that's not to discount all the work that I did on the movie, of course, but a lot of my work was done for me by the choices that I made in terms of who to invite to be in the film.
And as you said, well, we know this is your first film and being your directorial debut. How was it to take on this new challenge after doing amazing with your plays? How challenging or how easy was it?
It was definitely challenging in that you sort of have to learn a new way of working and a new way of storytelling. But the easy part was, coming from a career in theater, I know about how to tell a story. And it's basically, once you learn how to use these different tools, story still works the same as it does in theater. So I was really surrounded by some really, really wonderful artists who knew what they were doing and knew how to make a movie. And I definitely was taught by them, and I was given a lot of support by them. So it was definitely daunting at times, but it felt I was very supported, and that made all the difference.
You like got a new family in this film, and we could tell like after watching the movie is so fun. The chemistry between everyone is amazing. We love the movie, but I have to say my favorite scene is the museum one in London. It's beautiful. It's just like we all imagined it was gonna be after reading the book. And I know you had a lot of fun locations. The cast is amazing. Love Uma Thurman and Stephen Fry. But which one was your favorite to shoot altogether? Your favorite scene?
Your favorite scene is the same as mine. I really loved shooting in that. I really loved going to that museum in the middle of the night. We had the ability to go in at night and take over, and we worked from about, I think about like 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, maybe until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning until the sun started coming up. We it was a really magical night, and I think that the magic of that night sort of translated onto screen, and it was really special. So yeah, your favorite scene is my favorite scene too. I loved how it ended. I loved how it turned out, and I also loved just making it that night.
Matthew, thank you so much for your time, and thanks for
Thank
everyone
you.
who's watching. We love the movie as a as a reader, and I know a lot of readers love the movie. It's a great adaptation. Thank you so much for your time, for your work, and love to see it.
Thanks, Lefty. I appreciate it.
Hopefully we'll get to tonight.